We are joined here today, ladies and gentlemen, by luminaries from the East African Communications Organization, the Communications Authority of Kenya, the Postal Corporation of Kenya, as well as other esteemed industry leaders, all united by a shared commitment and vision to charting the course for the future for the post and logistics sector. Ladies and gentlemen, as the curtain rises in this year's EPLF, the theme of digital transformation journey for post and logistics aptly espouses our collective focus in this era of defining change and innovation. The government of Kenya, under the tutelage and leadership of His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto, is resolute in its mission to propel our nation into a dynamic, transformational digital economy. And as we do this, the post and logistics industry is envisaged to play a critical and indispensable role in this transformational journey and agenda. This industry, ladies and gentlemen, is the livelihood of e-commerce in Kenya and the broader East African region, for that matter. And it therefore demands our unwavering commitment and attention. The surge in e-commerce has underscored the pivotal significance of the postal and courier sector. It is an industry on the threshold of unprecedented change, where innovation is the key to fulfilling futures. As has been aptly articulated by the previous speakers, we are operating in an environment of dynamism, an environment where change keeps on taking place on a daily basis, and we cannot continue with the traditional business models that we have been used to in the postal sector. It calls for strategic agility and maneuverability. We have to reorient our business models to survive or to remain relevant in the operational environment, ladies and gentlemen. And therefore, the adoption of cutting-edge technologies and a steadfast commitment to innovation and digital transformation is paramount as we harness the momentum generated by shifting market dynamics and the continued migration from traditional mail volumes and returns to the digital economy. And in this endeavor, therefore, the postal sector must leverage its expansive network to excel in last-mile deliveries. There is no single entity anywhere in East Africa with as wide a network as the postal corporations that we have. So what we need to do is to be creative to see how we can leverage on that network for purposes of last-mile connectivity as an integral component of our e-commerce national strategies. There is a critical response to the ever-evolving demands of the market through e-commerce. And to achieve this, digital competencies must be cultivated and regulatory frameworks finely tuned to harmonize with the new landscapes. What we are saying here, ladies and gentlemen, is that we must adapt technology because it's the single most critical success factor for the postal corporations moving forward. And as was indicated earlier, our governments will remain or should remain ready and available to provide the necessary policy, legal, and regulatory interventions depending on unfolding events from time to time so that we position ourselves effectively in that operational environment. In fact, here in Kenya, 1 week ago, we have constituted a sector working group to discern the operational environment, analyze the changes and emerging issues in the operational environment, look at best case practices elsewhere, and advise us from a policy, legal, and regulatory perspective on the necessary interventions that we need to introduce in the entire information communication, technology, and digital economic sector, so that we create an enabling environment for both government entities and the private sector to remain relevant and thrive in that sector based on those changes in the operational environment.